Welcome to the show. My name is, what's my name? Cristal like the champagne.
I don't know. My name is Mouthy Mia.
And we are, let me tell you, where we tell you about movies and television shows and things.
All the things.
This week we are talking about Ghostbusters. I think we should make Afterlife a priority, but this is going to be about all of them.
Yeah, we're going to make Afterlife a priority, but in each little segment, we want to sprinkle in
the old ones.
The oldies.
Ghostbusters 1 was in 84. 2
really?
was in 89. 3 was in 2012, 2016. 2016.
About, yeah.
Let me check. And then the last one was 2021. Yeah, go ahead and check. Yeah. Oh, remixing it. Mixing it together.
Oh, I wish they was going to tell me something on Wikipedia. Yeah, 1984, 1989.
16.
Let me find the other. Mm-hmm. 2016. Yeah.
And the first set starred Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Ernie Hudson,
and
I just had my last dude up.
Did you say Harold already?
Howard, but what's his real name? Is the real name Howard? I thought that was a character's name.
Oh, let me see. Take it from the top. We got Rick. We got Ernie. Yeah. We got Dan. We got
Harold Ramis. Harold Ramis. His name is Egan. I knew that.
Bingler.
And they busted ghosts.
Who you want to call?
So what they did was well, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself, and I apologize. How do you feel about these movies?
I love the Ghostbusters franchise.
Me too.
I remember the first time I watched Ghostbusters. That's how much I love it. It's a core memory from my childhood. So.
Aww. They got a little play place like in the movie. Did you go to the theater or something, or like you was with your family?
For the first one, I wasn't in nobody's.
Yet. But they could have re-released it.
No, I wasn't in the theater. I seen the first one in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5th grade. It was in the auditorium.
Oh, they showed it at school.
Yeah, all the good kids, like one, you get a little stuff, you being a good kid, you get a little Friday prize. And we got to see Ghostbusters in the auditorium. And we had little popcorns, and it was wonderful.
Awesome.
Ghostbusters. And we seen the first one. So it was the first one.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember when I saw the first one. I do remember seeing the second one. Like I said, I was real little. I was 2, 3. I remember seeing it, like, I don't know if it was in theaters. I just remember being little, like, seeing it on a big enough screen for me to remember, like, oh,
yeah,
I am afraid of ghosts. I remember being scared of certain parts of the movie when I was little. Yeah.
I am scared of the ghosties.
This is scary.
I think Ghostbusters 2 I seen at home.
Mm-hmm.
You get a liking to something, you just search.
Let me go see the other one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel like we had them on tape. My mother must have taped them off of the TV because she was somebody who taped things off of TV.
Hey, that was the life. Now we got DVR. We came a long way, man. The third one, of course, I was old enough to go see, and I seen it on demand. Comcast.
The third one has Leslie Jones, Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, and my baby. What's her name? I love her. Why can't I remember the fourth person for some reason? My brain shorts out of the fourth. Kate McKinnon.
Honestly, forget the fourth person.
I don't know why.
You forget that it's for Ghostbusters.
I remember that it's for. I just couldn't remember her name. Kate McKinnon. And I like it was so much drama because the first two
They were women. How can women ghost the bus?
How can they bust the ghost? People just felt like it was so PC and they trying to satisfy women's feminism. I personally liked it. I didn't have any problems with it. Like some things didn't mesh. Like the chemistry between the four guys were so good. Like they had good chemistry. Everybody kind of played their role and it worked. With the new one, but with the all women one, it felt like they were all trying a little too hard.
Everybody wanted to be the star, and that's my takeaway from it. It was like everybody was trying to be the star, but like.
Everybody wanted to be the funny one.
We didn't have a true, right? We didn't have a true, like, this the leader. This the glue. You know what I mean? So I think like that was the
Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy were battling for their role. And that's why I didn't really, it was like, one of you had to stand in.
Like, Leslie already had her shit going for her.
Leslie had her own lane. Kate McKinnon had her own lane with being like the tinkerer. Being the Egan character, it was Melissa and Kristen Wiig with it. But I feel like that was the same issue with Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd as well. Like, who's in charge here?
Bill was the leader. You knew Bill was the leader.
No, Dan was the leader for real. Bill was like the mouthpiece when they went. He was the one. I feel like he was the one that was like when they was in court. He was like in the second one when they went to court. He was like
Bill was running shit. Bill was low key the leader. I ain't gonna lie. You forgot about Ernie. He was there sometime.
But Ernie Hudson, I mentioned him when I said before, but he wasn't trying to be a leader.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Leslie was just like a part of the. Okay, this is what I do there.
Leslie had more lines than he did, low key.
Yeah, she probably did.
I feel like I felt her presence more. Like
I feel like you felt his presence, but it was again just somebody else who was there. He was on the team. He was a member of the team. Rick, and I feel like the women one versus the older one. Rick Moranis stood out a lot. As the key master, he was like had an own role. The other lady, I can't remember her name, but she also stood out as like these characters are memorable characters. And the guy from the museum, they all like carried their own. Whereas you forget about Chris Helmsworth in the all women's one.
You do.
You forget about all the FBI agents and the other lady from SNL, like all them characters that was there, they were just not important enough to remember. So it was more memorable things in the first two than the third one. But I'm gonna be honest, I enjoyed the third one. I enjoyed seeing women in these roles of like scientists, and they got the fucking plasma rays, and I enjoyed that part.
I enjoyed it too. I can't, like I said, I ain't got nothing too bad to say about it. Except for the little hunky guy at the firehouse, the little receptionist guy, he wasn't really needed.
That's Chris Helmsworth's character. And the things that he was doing wasn't like, it was the villain though. To me, was a good villain. Like he did a good job. He was scary. He was creepy. When at the end, when he was like in the mansion, not the mansion, he was in the hotel, and he was getting the souls out or whatever the fuck he was doing. He was creepy as hell. She was creepy as hell.
No, I liked it.
I liked it too. I liked all three of them. Now we get to the fourth one, Afterlife. You got synopsis with the kids. You want to read a synopsis, or you just want to like kind of tell them? You can read.
I'll read the synopsis. But this the star for today. Ghostbusters Afterlife. When a single mother and her two children move to a new town, they soon discover they have a connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind.
Ghostbusters. Let me do this real quick. Sorry, guys. Just have to goes out my work computer. Paul Rudd.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know, I don't know if I told y'all, but I love me some Paul Rudd.
I like Paul Rudd too.
That is my guy.
Yes, I like Paul Rudd.
What's my baby from Stranger Things?
The girl or the boy?
The boy. The girl wasn't from Stranger Things, although she looks just like 11.
The boy's name is Finn Wolfhard.
Finn. The girl looks to me just like Millie Bobby Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I said during the trailer, I said this girl look like Millie Bobby Brown to me. Like she could be 11, but people don't be saying it, but I see it. And that's basically it for people that we should know, right? Like actors that are like famous. Yeah. The rest of the actors aren't really that known. The family, I'm sure you just said it, but the family, we're following the fact that the family of Egon. Yeah. He left his daughter and family at some point in the 90s, took all the equipment to Ghost Bust. To Bust Ghost.
Left New York and went to this desert town.
Went to this town in the middle of nowhere, and he's dead. So the family has moved to try to get their inheritance from him. And then they get to the house, and the house is all dilapidated and torn down and everything. Right. But they have to live there because they are also very poor.
Well, she's not very poor. She was struggling.
She was getting evicted.
She was 100% getting evicted, but I don't think she was like very poor. I felt it was just like,
I don't know how you define very poor, I guess.
Cause like, yeah, I don't know. I want to say like she was very poor, cause they still had like their spirits was still up. They still had each other. They, like.
Oh, I didn't mean like spiritually poor.
I'm just like, when I think of like very poor, I was like not like poor, but they just was low in funds. They was a low income household.
That's poor, my nigga.
I don't like saying poor, because poor really feels like a whole mental and everything. Like, I like low income.
Okay.
Financially inadequate.
Unstable. The stability of the finances are in. They're unstable. So they were financially unstable and had to move because they was getting evicted.
It was.
They went to go live in the house. What are y'all doing? Why can't I be great, y'all?
Because I'm supposed to be here earlier. Ghostbusters.
I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, so they moved to this place. They live in the house. Initially, she was just trying to sell the house and get rid of everything. But once she's there, she learns that the house is actually not worth anything.
No,
she can't sell it because either way she's in the hole. Like she wouldn't get anything.
Like they call that man the dirt farmer down there.
They called him the dirt farmer.
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have any of the things. Wait, I'm about to go back and pull up the I know this lady's name. Why do I keep forgetting it? Boys. Annie Potts.
Her real name?
Annie Potts is her name, but Janine. Janine is a lady. So she gets to the house and Janine shows up like, hey, just to let you know, I've been managing his books. He could barely keep the power on here. Things are rough around here.
So you might as well keep it, like, honestly.
You might as well just stay in it. So the kids didn't know exactly they were staying in it at first, but they had to get over it. And the next thing is them going to school. Oh.
The little girl's in summer school.
I must say the little girl is also the ghost is talking to the little girl.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But
okay.
She did find a little trinket of like, what is this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, she's a genius. I'm not sure if we mentioned that, but she's a genius, like her granddaddy. And she's a tinkerer, like her granddaddy. So she was into everything. Everything was like appealing to her. She went to like his lab and was like, oh, it's a whole lab down here. So she starts summer school and she takes the trap.
Yeah.
To school, and this is where we meet Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is her summer school teacher, and he's like, "Hey, this
and
is
a little friend. What's the little friend that was doing the podcast?
Podcast. That's his name. Podcast.
Yeah.
They said, this is a great replica. And she's like, replica of what? Which made no sense to me.
You don't think so?
No.
She doesn't know her grandpa.
But she know about the Ghostbusters.
Maybe not. They was
How?
1980 something.
But Ghost came to the world. Like everybody would know about Ghost. And someone had to bust Ghost. And big ass Mr. Stay Puft Man. And also the Statue of Liberty walking through New York. Like this would be common knowledge.
Let me tell you something. You know the kids don't be knowing nothing nowadays. The kids don't be knowing nothing, man. I don't put it past the kids that they ain't know with some ghost up in here. If ain't nobody remind them and tell them about the ghost.
Maybe the mother shielded her from all that because she knew it was her father.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, but she was a smart girl. I don't know. I found that very hard to believe that they didn't know nothing about it.
I believe it.
So Paul Rudd's character is excited. He's like, "Ooh,
yeah,
this is great!" And he pushed some button, and then like ghost juice. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Let us know, hun. Let us know.
What did you say? Come here. You have opinions? Come here. Well, get your ass on that. What you in my damn video if you're not gonna contribute?
You said if you ain't gonna tell it right, you don't tell it at all.
Come here. I can't hear you. You interrupted my video then. So they decide to go out and see if they can get it open.
Yes. Charge it back up, really.
They had to jump it.
Yeah, they put all the school buses, little jump cables.
And like, they jumped it.
Forget summer school. I'm just like, y'all just out here.
Well, why does she have to go to summer school? I was trying. If she's real smart like that, why does she even have to go?
That's a great question, honestly. I think maybe she just wanted something to do. I can't recall why she went to summer school. Maybe she just wanted to have an activity to do. Like maybe she just wanted to stay busy. Because remember the boy was trying to find a job. It's like maybe she just wanted to be busy.
The whole time while we're following the girl, the boy, Finn's character, it's also like he found a little girl that he all into. And come to find out the girl was older. The girl was like a senior. And he's like a sophomore.
She's like 14.
So he's interested in the girl, so he gets a job at her job.
Little diner,
skate,
small town diner.
Run up on the skates or whatever. He gets a job there, so they've been like together, hanging out with the like other teenagers of the town. We haven't followed them at the same time we're following the sister. We don't really follow the mom and what she's doing
because she wasn't doing nothing. She wasn't. She was trying to get the house together, and like she had to like unpack mentally and emotionally. So she wasn't.
Her daddy dead, and he ain't leaving nothing.
I mean, shit, he wasn't there, So she ain't find no pictures of herself there at first. It's like, well, damn, he really did to say like, forget us. He ain't never talked about her. You know what I mean? Like in the town, she would ask like, "What do you know about my father?" And he's like, "He was a good father. I didn't know he had family."
Yeah, but see, you got kids. Dirt farmer. So what happened?
I mean, there's a little jump around. I mean, they figure out how to get it open. Everybody's excited, like, holy shit.
But then a big ass tag on the Demodogs or whatever. Shot out the joint and then went to the mountain where we find a mine that was what's her name? The girl, the demon woman, had set up this mine.
Yeah.
And the guy, demon guy, I think it's all the same woman. She goes back to the mine to try to open it up, but they have it all rigged up so that if the pink shit that was in the first two movies, if it bubbles up, the plasma guns will keep it down.
Zap it down. Right.
Zap it down. Then they had J.K. Simmons inside of a casket for some reason.
Because he was the one that helped her build it, helped the little demon build it. He was like, "We're gonna take over the world together." So he helped like put everything kind of together.
And that's from 1949 or whatever. He's been inside of the casket.
He been there. Yeah.
Very strange.
Because he loved it. He's like, oh, I love you, Dark One. He wound up coming up. You know, he was trying to take over the world with him and his lover. But she killed him. Yikes.
So what happens? As the movie goes on, Paul Rudd accidentally gets attacked by all these little tiny marshmallow men. They were so cute.
They were really cute.
Baby marshmallows. But he ends up getting the spirit in him. Like from the first movie where they had to like do it to become like devil dogs.
They did a thing. They become the devil dog.
And the mother accidentally got jammed up as well. So they went and then they became the devil dogs, and they also summoned. Why do you want to call it Egon? That's what's the daggone ship name?
The little demon lady.
The demon lady.
Yeah. She was the demon lady. And before all this even happened, she found all this equipment. Her and Paul Cass was playing around with the equipment. The brother, he found the old Ghostbusters vehicle, which was so cool. He got it fixed up with the help of his grandpa Ghost. He kind of gave it a jump start from the from above. And they just having a freaking blast.
Yeah. Learning how to use everything. So these great scenes of her like flying around. Well, no, she didn't fly around. She stood her own. She had her own. I said, look at her. Little girl able to do it. But they were struggling back in the day.
Honestly, because I'm like, that machine probably was crap. Ain't no way she like.
Dang.
But whatever.
Gozer.
The little demon lady name was Gozer. Yeah, they wound up getting jammed up by the police. And they was trying to get the ghosts. They was chasing the ghosts all around daggone town, destroying property.
They found the Echo 2. What's the name of the vehicle? Echo 1.
Yeah.
So they get in it and they riding asses around trying to catch a little dude that looks like whatchamacallit.
They was eating all the metal and stuff.
He was eating all the metal. They was calling him Munchie.
Yeah.
He was biting all the metal and like shooting it at him like pellet guns. I was like, why the fuck are they chasing this? I would not chase that nigga.
Low key, I wanted him to let him live when he was in the warehouse. I'm like, he was really minding his business.
He was just up there eating metal.
Yeah,
he was just chewing on metal. Minding his business. They got his ass though.
They did get him.
They got his ass. In the end, they find out that the house that the father was putting together was. Sorry. I'm causing all the disturbances. They found out the house that they was putting together was actually a big ass trap to try to get.
Was cool.
That was cool because the opening scene.
But it made me mad because like all the other Ghostbusters had disowned him because they really thought like he was going freaking bonkers and he like really he did steal it. He stole all the equipment and didn't like tell him, but he was trying to tell him the whole time.
And they want to say, like, why wouldn't they listen to him when he's saying, like, hey, this is going to happen? We have he tracked a rhythm for when she comes back. Like, why wouldn't they trust him?
How did you believe him? Like, he was the smart one. He was doing all the calculations. Yeah. Why didn't y'all go down there, too, and, like, hear him out? They was like, no, we've been done busting ghosts. Ghostbusters is dead type stuff. Like, they was ready to move on because the cause was drying up. So they was getting kind of, like, I guess, like, down, I guess, because I don't know. Because I think
it was, don't you know, like when your business kind of goes under, you just don't know what to do, and then you have that one person that's still trying to fight for the business. You're like, well, what are you fighting for? It's over.
Everybody started doing other stuff,
but this is
you stole all the stuff from him. But
busting ghosts. It's not like you're selling soap or some shit. Y'all should have been listening to him.
Should have been listening to him this whole time. And then she tried to call him in jail. She used her one phone call to call him.
Yeah, she called Dan Aykroyd. He was like, he could burn in hell. He's dead.
Right. It's like, oh. He's like, well, who's this? I'm his granddaughter. You're like, oh, shit.
My bad.
At that point, he knew he had to come to slow down here. At least he could quit.
I ain't mean to tell you your grandfather burning in hell. My bad.
I know right.
My bad. I ain't realize who you was, man. I know you're a child.
I'm so mad they didn't believe him, man. Yeah. I was so mad about that. I wasn't mad at him, though, for leaving his daughter.
Something else, like I was like, why would he abandon his whole family rather than like stay in communication and talk to like all these people came along after the fact, right? Because I don't even remember him having a family in the first one. Did he have a family? And I don't remember that.
I can't recall him having a family, but it could have been something in the back end.
Yeah, but like, let's say that he got a family after the second movie. The second movie was in '89. It's not like the Lady Luck. She could be 30 something or 30.
Yeah,
So
he was a good age.
Why wouldn't he just like? Why would you get with a woman who don't know you're a Ghostbuster, the smart Ghostbuster, and then in turn allow you to do things like bust ghosts?
No, she did know he was a Ghostbuster. Because remember, she was like, I knew what he was. Remember, the daughter was like, I knew what he was already doing. He said, but then he just left us. He just up and left us. And she didn't know why. Mm-hmm. And then secretly stalkerish, he kept pictures and fucking news clippings.
How did he get them? Yeah, I was like, he had like school pictures. He must be taking his ass to New York and stealing them joints.
What the fuck are you doing? Like, why can't you just give us a call? You could have visited on the weekends.
You could send the birthday card. You didn't have to be a complete like. I guess the logic is he wanted to make sure he stayed ready, so he wouldn't have to get ready. Because like the movie
you can't
really
call me at
the movie opens with him fighting Gozer,
the dog. Yeah,
the devil dog or whatever. Like that's how the movie opens. So like the 25 years after the first movie is when that takes place. I think.
It was around that time because he was
30 years or however many years from the first one is when this took place. So I don't know why he was a dick to his family.
I still don't understand why he just abandoned the daughter, and he abandoned her at a good little age. Like she was young, damn near little, probably little 7, little 10. I can't remember the age, but she knew she knew her dad. Yeah, she knew he was a scientist. She knew all that stuff, and then she knew when he left. So I'm like, that was kind of shitty.
That is really shitty. I agree.
I get him leaving because like you want to protect something else. You can't really bring your family along when you got the ghosts and stuff and like the world was about to end.
Yeah, because there's difference between like traveling job and abandoning your family.
Right. I get why they didn't come along, but I still don't understand why he couldn't like call or write letters and things.
He like all the way abandoned his family. Yeah.
And then she got with a guy that abandoned her and her kids. No.
I ain't even put it together. That that's cyclical. That's cycle.
That's the cycle, man.
She gotta break that cycle. The girl, not 11, gotta break that cycle.
Yeah. She gotta break that cycle. Because that was just craziness.
It was sad. It's sad when you think about it like that. Like she just did what happened to her.
Yeah. So that was true. So the daughter and the kids, once everybody now 2 demon dogs. Oh, we forgot to mention Paul Rudd and the mother was kind of flirty with one another.
Before they had to hook up to become the devil dog. They was like
to be the demon dogs.
There's some energy there. Podcast was right there up behind them as well.
Ready. Yeah.
Podcast is the little boy. And then why can't I remember the details? I like this movie. Oh, the end. In the end, they lured the lady out of the mountain that she created a temple out of back to the house to go into the trap.
Because they stole the mother. They broke the mother free out the demon dog little spell.
Mm-hmm. They did not care about Paul Rudd.
They will come back for.
They was not coming back for.
They would have came back for
Paul. The way they left. And she was like, what's going on? We had to get you out of there, Ma.
They're like, I told you it was ghosts. They take her down to the workshop and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, it's ghosts. We need to get it popping and cracking.
She was like, what is going on? We was trying to tell you, ghost.
I tell you, girl.
Ghost. And the daughter had a like intrinsic connection to the grandfather. Like they had the same prescription glasses. They was playing a chess game with each other because his spirit was still inside the house. It was really sweet. So once they got back to the house and they lured Gozer to the house, the old Ghostbusters showed up to help the daughter fight the Ghostbusters.
At the nick of time. At the nick of time. They tried to get the machine to work. The machine wasn't powered up, child. The switches was all dusty.
Finn's joint wouldn't start. The mother was trying to start the switch. None of the things was working. So while they was in the middle of fighting, you see Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and Bill Murray show up crossing the streams.
Oh, wow. Yes, doing it. And then the grandpa ghost stood behind the granddaughter.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
He was so sweet.
He stood next to the guys, and it was like, oh, I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest. I was like, oh, they did like a deep fake face. You know what I'm saying? I hope that he expressed being okay with that type of technology. Because I'm not sure if I would want my likeness completely recreated for things.
Shit, I would. Put me back up on there. Include me, baby. Include me from the afterlife.
You better show me a picture on the side. This was
No,
Crystal. Here was Crystal. She was the smart one.
I want to be holding the gun too. Show me up in there.
No. I don't want no parts of that.
I want to have one last dialogue. Put me up on the big screen.
You be like, use my voice, my voice samples.
Yo,
I want to talk.
Use my snippets, man.
I want to talk. Let me show my face. Show him my face. I want to talk. I was like,
I got something to say.
Luckily, they didn't make him talk. It was tasteful. I just hope that he was like openly like, yes.
Does he have any real family? Like
the actor?
Like his personal life. Like who's his estate belongs to? Because I'm sure they probably had to clear it with someone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm sure his family cleared it, but also I believe he was the one trying to get Ghostbusters back before the third one. One of them, and I want to say it was him, was trying to get Ghostbusters back going. But Dan Aykroyd said he would never do another Ghostbusters movie, and then he did the one with the girls. But
that is funny because it kind of plays to the character that he was playing. Like I was kind of through with it. It was like I felt like it was over. So
he did the one with the girls and was planning on being a part of this one.
Anyway, yeah.
And then he died. So like all of them. Bill Murray was the one that was like, I don't know, but he also did the one with the girls.
Bill be ready to do it. He be fake. I don't know.
He phony.
Right.
Ernie Hudson, they was all there.
Right. They ready for the big TV. Come on now.
They ready for the show. They always ready for the show.
But it was so good. Then the boyfriend, the little son, girlfriend got took by the little demon. When they was trying to get it, and she
became one of the devil dogs. Then she became a devil dog once we cleared the mother. Also,
he got all emotional, like step me down.
Sir, first of all, you don't know this girl. Love. You don't know this girl. Let's start there. Let's start there.
So powerful, man.
So dramatic. It's all fire. It's all fire. Right. Everybody relax.
We about to break down. I'm like, bro, your mother just was the demon dog, like not too long ago.
You did the right thing by saving your mother. Now I want the black girl to make it too. Come on, little black girl, you make it too. Me too. But also,
we don't know her like that.
Sir, relax. I'm not saying don't save her, but don't be so dramatic about it.
Dramatic. It hasn't even been a whole summer yet, and you already so attached and invested in this young lady. Like, honestly.
So what happened at the end? They end up being Ghostbusters.
Yeah. They wind up charging the whole thing. The mother flipped the switch. They everything from the ghost beyond be doing the thing, and we give one last look at the ghost, and he ascends to I assume heaven. Yeah.
Oh, the father. Yeah, the father assumes to heaven.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait. And then Paula and the mother show like an interest in each other, and then the black girl and Finn, they're like, interested in each other in podcasts.
I mean, I would too. He did to save her life.
Oh yeah, I'll be down.
Yeah, I'll be down.
I'll be down with all of it. If I was Paul and the mother, I'll be down because now we have a shared experience.
Yeah,
like
trying to be down.
Anyway. You're really smart. Whatever. Yeah. If I was the girl, they was already like flirting all summer, and he was very obviously into the girl, but she was like sometimes
boyfriend though.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, remember she was saying, tell him like, yeah, I got a boyfriend. Like, you can wear my boyfriend's jacket when he was in the freezer. Yeah. She had a whole little boyfriend.
I remember when they first got to the town, it was the guys in the back making fun of Finn for like wanting to flirt. Was it one of those guys?
I don't think it was one of them specifically, but she was like, yeah, this is my boyfriend's jacket. Like, she was making it known already that, hey, I already have a boyfriend. We can be friends.
He didn't care. He was right there.
You gotta go for what you want. Hey, shoot your shot, man.
Shoot your shot. Don't let your shot shoot. Um,
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters. So what's your favorite part?
My favorite? Oh my goodness. One favorite part is, like I said, when the Ghost Grandpa came back to join the team. And that was just beautiful to me.
It was very sweet. It was very
That was
sweet.
just a freaking moment for me, man. I like also when they was driving around the car, when he first learned how to like get the car moving. I was so happy when he found that car. I was like, yo.
He doesn't even have a license. Let's start there.
No, he did. But hell, we in the desert. We in the dirt. I don't know. Small town.
And the grandfather helped him fix the car.
Yeah, that's how I'm saying.
Like he fixed the car. But
when he started driving it and they first tried to get that first ghost, that was one of my favorite scenes too. Because that was very cute. Like they tearing up the fucking town. Y'all don't know what y'all doing with these guns. Like, come on.
Be outside shooting this shit.
Out here just getting into shit. So
they were just outside shooting guns.
They definitely my two favorites.
My favorite part is the muncher. Like him when they show him like eating so it's 3 different scenes of him. When they show him eating inside the warehouse, when they're trying to catch him, and then it's one when he's inside the jail.
And they break him out so they can out there.
I love that part. The fact that podcast is like, you know what, I got a plan. Bloop, step back. So
like, we thinking too hard about this.
Let's not even think this hard. Let's do something that makes sense. And I like Paul Rudd with the little marshmallows
at the grocery store.
I think I like all the actual like paranormal stuff. Like that stuff was good. Yeah. I'm not a fan of like real scary stuff. So when they was inside of the mine,
you thought it was scary?
She's up there like, I will kill all you bitches without saying it.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
The intention was to be actually scary. Was I actually scared? No. But like in like the second movie, am I yelling? In the second movie or in the first movie, those scenes was like very scary for me. Every time they showed like these real like demons, I was like, nope.
Those scenes, yeah.
Nope. So it reminded me of those scenes.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
I will say the first. Well, you know what? I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to what I was about to say.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's more about the movie, kind of more about ratings and like what we give it. You know, so I'm gonna
come back to it.
Okay, but you just gave me what I was about to say when you said about that.
But make a note. So, as you guys know, we use the Geeks Havens rating scale. As you've seen lately, we don't really use every point. We go kind of the points that make sense for this movie.
You feel?
So we already did. We already did the storyline. Basically, of course, the concept is dope.
Can't go wrong. Sorry.
Ghostbusters. I ain't scared of no ghosts. I'm actually really scared of that shit. I don't fuck with none of that stuff.
I ain't scared of no ghosts.
I don't know.
I ain't gonna fool with the ghost, but I ain't scared.
I wanted to acknowledge the storyline for the girls movie. Like when we talked about it, like I think that they missed the mark with the friends that like broke up and they're not friends. Like all of these side stuff. It didn't really work for like the structure and concept of Ghostbusters. Make it about fucking busting ghosts.
Yeah, that's true.
Because even though even if they was modeling it from Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd having like a cantankerous relationship, they didn't pull it off as well to me in the women's movie versus the new movie versus the old movies.
But I felt like they was trying too hard to prove it. I don't know if that's a thing, but
they were trying too hard to prove that they could do the same exact thing as the guys, for sure.
Yeah, it came less authentic when they just would have been themselves.
And it was a very entertaining movie, but acknowledging that story or plot part of it that just didn't work to me, and it probably was the cause of the conflict of who was the leader, and like all those things came from that best friends that were into supernatural and got made fun of it, so they had a relationship, but then one of them abandoned the other, and it was like, okay, she was a physicist, why couldn't she continue to work like whatever?
I digress.
So the writing in the script,
I liked it.
I feel like I don't really remember much of like there was nothing jumped out to me as it pertains to the writing or the script. Like
Yeah. I
there was
mean,
no
it's
like
good.
scenes or lines that was just like remember that scene when they had said I don't really have none of that for this movie. Where
No.
the first one did, the first two, I'm putting them together. And the third one did because Leslie's was funny.
Leslie's still the show, baby. I'm sorry.
And I promise you, all the scenes that I loved of Leslie probably was ad libs.
Leslie do her thing. I'm sorry. Leslie do her thing all the time.
So funny. So funny. I just saw myself in Leslie. Tall, we big, we dark. Leslie, when she had Melissa McCarthy over the top of the window.
Yes.
She was smacking her ass.
Bro, Leslie do her thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like
that's me.
Leslie,
but like
that's what I'm saying. Leslie found her lane though. In the movie, she was in it. Like she found her lane and she just was banging it out. So she brought the comedy.
That's my face.
Right.
I loved it. Acting actors.
No complaints, really. I don't have anything that stands out that's like, so.
The mother wasn't memorable to me, but.
I don't think she's supposed to be. Because it was mainly about the kids. About the next generation down. So. She did what I'm sure she came to do. Yeah, she was a mother.
Visuals and graphics. To me, it was nothing substantial in the movie, though.
Right. I mean, and that's what I was going to say.
That's the complaint.
Because,
Go ahead.
The part that drew me in to Ghostbusters was those graphics. So, like you was about to say, the thriller of it. When it's supposed to be like, ooh, spooky. What's happening? Like, I didn't get that from here. I didn't get it. It was really watered down.
3 moments, right? In the first movie, when Sigourney Weaver was like being bad bitch, scary as hell. You could see it. She was like glowing.
Yes.
Then they had the Stay Puft Man. He's big. He's walking through the fucking shit.
Right.
You're like, oh, okay, it's happening. With the second one, when they had the paintings, my man's face would come out the paintings.
Yes.
They had a baby,
bro. I'm just.
The poor baby was a part of their shit. They were sucking the soul out the baby. Shit is terrifying. Then I'm giving the third one this credit. The last scene, the end of the movie when they was fighting the beautiful.
Yeah.
The
when
ghost
they had to pull her back in and stuff, pull her back out.
I'm talking about when they was fighting all them big ass ghosts.
Oh yeah, but I like the scene when they had to pull her back out. Remember they had tied her up to the where the hell she went at? She had to like go into the ghost portal.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, she had to go up in there. And those graphics were really good too. Like
the little tubes that had the spirits in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This one, Afterlife,
they didn't do none of that stuff. They didn't do none of that stuff. Only I liked the little marshmallow men. They were very cute, but it wasn't a big. Come on, give us more.
The demon dogs was cool, you know.
Yeah, but they look like demon dogs. They look. To be honest, they must have had a lot of puppeteering because they look like the ones from the other movies. To hear me tell it.
I mean, hell, when it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I am fussing about the lack of a big fight scene. I wanted a big fight.
Well,
the ending one was supposed to be, but it wasn't enough ghosts.
That's what I'm saying. That one with her, because she was the powerful, almighty.
They should have had them niggas coming out of the tornado or whatever that was circling the house.
That was bro.
They should have had ghosts falling out that bitch.
Circling the house. The one when they went underground and you can see it. It was already kind of swirling.
It was coming up. Yep. They should did that.
Why didn't we use that?
Either way, they needed scenes with a whole bunch of ghosts doing ghost shit. If in the second movie they got in the one from '89, they had the whole Statue of Liberty walking down fucking Manhattan, Midtown.
This is what I'm saying. And if this was the one that was supposed to fucking end mankind, it
It
should
didn't
have
look like it,
been
no.
crazy. I'm like,
And
when the
they had so much space. They're in the middle of nowhere. They could have had the biggest fucking ghost, ghoul, and goblin.
Oh, it could have been a standoff of all standoffs.
People say that
We
this
didn't see no
third one was too
groundbreaking
cartoony,
and
but I
nothing.
loved it. I loved it. They had like a that whole circus thing where they had like clowns and shit. It was dope to me. I loved that scene. It's a really dope scene. I don't know. I feel like they missed the mark with the graphics, to be honest.
Yeah.
Filmography.
I mean, it's cool. We filmed the movie. We did the thing. Angles was right.
Score. I don't remember. Did they do a lot of the old Ghostbusters music? I don't remember.
I mean, they played the theme song, but
okay. Again, missed the mark because this movie is supposed to be canon. The third movie is not canon. They're erasing it from the existence of Ghostbusters. Then the first two.
Petty.
Yeah, like the third one didn't even happen in this universe, even though the same niggas is in the movie. I digress.
They petty.
I digress. But they missed the chance to do like a remix of Bobby Brown song.
Okay. I don't know what I'm trying to think. Did they have music when they was kind of meeting up to turn into the Demon Dogs? I don't think so. Though.
I don't remember any of the music being like substantial.
I gotta look up a soundtrack. I don't think they had any music except for when he played the YouTube video. You know, they did the.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna call? But
something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
I don't
know why they didn't have music. They missed them up.
That's a memory. Just have to take control. You gotta take control. I'm sorry, go ahead.
They just missed the mark on something. That's where the points kind of
start to get down. Execution. I still think it was well executed. I still think it was well executed for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely give it an A for effort. The issues that I have are really about some of just things that came across as lackluster, but the movie was still very good.
Was still good. Yeah, the storyline was good. They made that point. Nothing was lost in the chaos. So, yeah.
Replay value.
I will watch it again because I love Ghostbusters. I guess this is your one and only.
I will watch it again because I'm somebody who, if it's the one I watch it, but I'm not sure. I like Paul Rudd so much. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it again. The question is the replay value. Would you want to watch it again? Yeah. And I'm not sure if I would want to watch it again. I will watch it, but I'm not sure 100%. If I would want to. I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, and I've seen the third one a whole bunch of times because I like the ending scene so much. I don't even need the whole movie. I need the Leslie Jones scenes, the end with them fighting on the damn ghosts. I like the possession scene when they was dancing. But I'm going like that. I'm going like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, well, we already did the Rotten Tomatoes. They got 100%. Shit, no.
Rotten Tomatoes?
My bad. I'm talking about Abbott.
I was like, whoa.
Like, that ain't it.
Whoa.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
They ate it up at the Rotten Tomatoes.
They did not. No. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
They want all the busting of the ghosts.
Okay, so do you have a guess?
85.
That's high.
Too high?
Yeah.
Okay, 70. No.
62.
Whoa.
Critic score. 95 audience score though.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, critics.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, because some people don't like when you mess with the classics. That is so true. I can see that.
That's true. It's a 45 Metascore, and then the IMDb is 7 out of 5. 7 out of 10. All for the critics.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that at all.
If anything, it's like Paul Rudd's charisma. It's kind of like, it definitely bumps up points for me. I love Paul. He has the thing. Okay. Do you want to do ratings, or do you have anything else to say about our list or anything like that? Nope. Yep.
Let's do ratings.
Okay. So what are you gonna give it out of Ghost? How many ghosts will you give it out of 10 ghosts?
I'm giving it 8.5 ghosts.
8.5 ghosts.
I'm giving it 8.5 ghosts.
Okay. You don't have no reason why.
I mean, I do, just because like I feel like they missed them off on more of like the thriller and the show stopping scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of things that could have happened, even when like the machine malfunctioned when he was in the yard. Like it could have just been so much. This is the one that ends the world, the one he's been waiting for.
You didn't get the stakes.
Something rising, something kind of.
The stakes weren't that high.
Yeah.
It wasn't that high. It felt they could take over this city. Like, this city about to blow up, not the world.
Right. You know, so that's my 8.5. Honestly, that's what it really boils down to. And I hate that they made it like the Father left her. So
I like my Ghostbusters as people.
Yeah, I like them as people.
I will also give it an 8 point. Nope, just an 8. I'll do it 8. Even 8, because I'm happy. I know a lot of people hate like redos and remakes, and I'm happy they were able to renovate. They were able to bring the franchise back with good energy. Everybody supported it. It was such a backlash to the first redo with the women, so they had to like try again. They had to like really try again, and it feels like they really tried to make this a good movie. And they tried to give the fan service to the people who were expecting a thing from the nostalgia standpoint. They gave you something for the new kids to watch it and go, oh, okay, this is the new Ghostbusters. My son, both of them is 2016. So my oldest was 5 or 6 years old. He loved it. The all women one.
The one with the
He loved it. He thought I one with the guys and like that more, but because he has this random toxic masculinity in him, I don't even know where it came from. But like, because men can be Ghostbusters or whatever he was saying. But
everybody wanted to be seen.
Sir, you represented in other places. Go ahead.
All right.
But yeah. Is he here? Hear me talking about him. He always shows up when I'm talking. Yeah, so I give it an 8 because it brought the franchise back, brought the movie back. I think they're gonna do more of them.
Because it's 20. See, I don't think they're gonna do more.
Yeah, it's 2022. Like,
what do you think they could do? Are they going to continue with the granddaughter, or are they gonna do it when they come back? Do we have a whole new team? Like, what would the new one even consist of?
But maybe they will do it with the granddaughter, Finn, Podcast, and the black girl.
I can see it.
But
so, I guess.
No, that sounds stupid. I'll figure it out. By the time we get down to the edits, I'll have some for you. Yeah. We already said our complaints basically throughout the show, but
I mean, honestly, I didn't have a lot of grievance, but that just was the little.
My biggest grievance would be the visual graphics. Yeah. They really missed the chance, and the score, but really the visuals graphics, like they really missed the chance. The fact that the third one had such big graphics, it was so big. Maybe that's why they went small on it, because the third one was so big.
You know what? I really think if they did this one as the third one, that like with all the graphics and the grandkid and like a bandit child, I think that they would have loved the third one. And then save that one, with the girls after he died. You know what I mean? I think it probably been perceived more better.
It would have been perceived better. I agree.
Because it's like, the original Ghostbusters already wrapped it up, so it's like, okay, now we got the ladies.
I think they were just trying to like get it out there because it's already been 30 years from the first one to the
Honestly.
From the second one I meant to the third one. It was 30 years. 90. You said 98 to 2016. So it was 27 years. That's a long time to wait for a damn movie.
For a Ghostbuster.
And mind you,
I've been calling.
Through the 90s, they had a lot of Ghostbusters content was out there. They had cartoons, it was like side stories. Like Ghostbusters was around. They wasn't completely gone for that time, especially through the 90s. I watched the show, the cartoon. So I remember it. It's just, I guess they really wanted to do a movie with women, which, shit. Maybe this time, since it's a black woman, it's a white boy, it's a girl, a white girl, and an Asian, whatever podcast is. He looked like he was Asian.
I think he's around that.
Or Hispanic?
Island Pacific. No, he's definitely Asian. His last name is Kim, so
yeah, that's very diverse.
That's a stereotype.
You see me looking at his face like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, audience, if he's not Asian. I apologize. But it's diversity, basically. If they decide, let's say they wait 5 years, the girl will be 15. The girl in Pocket will be 15. The Finn will be 20 something, and the black girl will be 20 something. That's the type of team, and maybe they travel.
That's a good dynamic.
Maybe they travel. The next movie takes place in Las Vegas or the Grand Canyon or some shit like that.
Hey, I wouldn't mind a Grand Canyon to be showing up on there with the ghosts.
Something like real big. They can only go bigger from here, though.
Yeah.
They're going to have to go real big and then small again. And real big.
Made it small. Yeah.
The next one's going to be like real big, maybe. And then Paul Rudd can be like Rick Moranis' character.
He'd probably be the stepfather now because him and the mother seem to hit it off. So he'd be there in the house.
Stepfathering it up.
Doing the thing with the kids.
I'm always doing hand stuff. Okay, so do we have anything else to add? Anything else to talk about with the old ones, the new ones, the future? We just kind of did that.
I don't know how they would do a future one. I don't even know what they would even do. It'll be a time before the future one come out because they're going
to have to wait a couple years, at least 4 or 5 years, to let the kids that are small get older, and then let them be the focus of the new movie. That's my only idea. Like, wait till they get a little older, do it again, make them the focus, make them like the new hotness.
Busters. Yeah. You know what though? I didn't like how it really wasn't that many ghosts left though. So I thought that kind of odd. I feel like ghosts is a thing that could pop up more than a little.
If they are
maybe people just started living with the ghosts.
Billion people on Earth. And all them niggas are gonna die at one point.
I think it could be.
It should be a lot more ghosts to try to regulate. Like it's strange that even in the second movie, going to the fourth movie, that they ran out of ghosts to fight.
I know.
New York
has world.
Not even. Let's just talk about where they are. New York has one of the highest populated cities in the world. Yeah. It should be ghosts in New York for them to fight.
They said they did that job so good, child. They got rid of all the damn ghosts.
They scared all the ghosts away.
Right.
The ghosts in North Carolina now. Ghosts got out of there.
Them ghosts is gone. That's my only edit. I think just beef it up a little bit with the ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a little music. Give me a little something, they might have had music. I just can't recall it. But what's your favorite Ghostbuster?
I'm about to say the third. Well, let me say it very quick. The third one even had music. Even though I'm a big Fall Out Boy fan, they did a remake to the Ghostbusters song, and it was not good. But you remember it. You know what I'm saying? Like they had music. There was this movie, no music. Well, who's my favorite Ghostbuster?
Okay, well, who's your favorite Ghostbuster, and what's your favorite Ghostbuster movie? Out the
The second movie is my favorite Ghostbuster movie. I think it's because it's a direct memory, like you said, like you remember seeing the first one in the at school. I remember seeing the second one, and I remember like my sister, my brothers, like all being excited. Like I remember Ghostbusters too. Remember Bobby Brown. I remember all the things.
Yeah.
My favorite Ghostbuster, probably Ernie Hudson.
Okay.
But by way, Ernie Hudson and Leslie Jones, they make my favorite Ghostbusters. And I don't want to say it's because they're black. I'm sorry for being that guy all the time. There's so many white Ghostbusters, and I choose the 2 black ones.
You are picking them. How you picking them?
Shit.
Your scale is your scale.
I promise you, it's not because they're black. I liked Ernie's character from the first one, the same way I like Leslie's character from the third one. Like, these characters are like regular people who just got kind of brought into this shit with these white people, and they fucking fighting the ghosts.
Okay, so in the fourth one, which one of the kids? You just picking Paul.
It's Paul podcast. Paul Rudd. Yeah, I would do Paul Rudd.
He's picking Paul,
but he's not a Ghostbuster.
As a member of the franchise.
Do they? So, what were you gonna say?
As mine, of course, the first one, because that's a cool memory for me. You can't mess up a classic. Bill Murray is my favorite Ghostbuster because he was the leader. He was doing the shit, and he had the comic relief too. A lot of
he was so funny.
Yes, Leslie, so of course, for the ladies one, and I did like Melissa because I just genuinely like Melissa. And I like that
too. I personally don't really. I'm not a fan of Kristen Wiig, but I'm a big fan of Kate McKinnon, big fan of Leslie Jones, and big fan of Melissa McCarthy. So like, that could be one of the reasons why the movie worked for me so well, because I like those niggas anyway. I like those actors.
Characters. Yeah. But Leslie stole the show, so she definitely, for the ladies one, is Leslie, 100%. And for the kids, podcast for me.
Podcast. I like podcast because he knew how to work the little robot. The little joint.
And he was like, and he was all the way together. Like,
he was with the shit. He was crazy ass little. Like, sir. He was fighting. Remember, he was fighting the little joints inside the drink. I never gotta fight these damn marshmallows.
Like, I like them. They my ones. If they become a Ghostbuster,
I think I'll do podcasts as well. The new one.
Yeah.
I think I'll do podcasts as well. I was trying to figure out a way to make Finn my favorite because I like Finn as an actor. The guy, Finn as an actor.
Yeah, the son that played. Yeah,
I love him. I loved him in It. I loved him in Stranger Things. I like him. But his character just wasn't
really given.
It wasn't given, and I don't blame him for that. I blame the writing for that. Like, they just made him. We didn't need the other kid.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was the most around the granddaughter. So
yeah, it was. The movie was about the granddaughter. We didn't even need Finn as a character. So
we needed him to drive and like do other like side stuff, but he was a nice balance.
She could have gotten to made 4 friends and had the same thing.
Had the same balance. What's going on? Who was going to drive the car? The kids.
One of them was like, I know how to drive, and then you have one nigga up there driving.
At the summer school kids just doing the thing.
Two badass kids. They had to go to summer school.
Yeah.
2 of them had to go to summer school. They the 2 that know how to drive cars. They was jacking cars all around their little town. The carjackers. Sorry, responding to my husband. Okay, so Ghostbusters. Gotta take control.
Ghostbusters.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Hitting that shit. Follow us. You can find us everywhere you find podcasts.
Check out our latest podcast.
Yeah. What we got up right now? Don't Look Up is up. And
The Harder They Fall.
The Harder They Fall is up too. I was trying to remember. We got 2
to think about it.
2 of them. Yeah. So follow those, do those, listen to those, watch those.
Tell a friend to check us out.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I told somebody about the podcast. Somebody who used to be like my boss, like a big boss, like a 3rd tier up boss. Like, hey, I got a show. Expected to be vulgar.
You know what? And it's really not that vulgar. We do use a lot of profanities, but they are baby profanities. So I wouldn't even say We could be PG-13. We could be teenage and up.
I don't want to be PG-13. Oh, you mean like right now we're PG-13?
Yeah.
I would give us a rated R.
You think we are?
Because after like the third shit, shows become rated R.
You right. Okay. You
can only say shit like 3 times on the show before they're like, nope.
Yeah.
NC-17.
See, I use a lot of
mature audiences. Oh, I curse. I be shit fuck ass bitches. So
that's the combo. Okay, the trifecta.
I be out there. I'll be outside. I'll be having things to say the way I want to goddamn say it.
We only for the cool grannies and the upperclassmen.
I didn't think about the amount of times we say like nigga, but he'll be fine.
That's you. That's you out here.
I say
you
nigga.
Be out here slanging it.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga.
That's your safe word out here.
Nigga.
Let Me Tell You is a part of the Loud and Wrong Podcast Network. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also listen to us wherever you find podcasts.